Good afternoon, everyone. This is Brian Ogen with Micronics. We're going to get started in just a few minutes on the next webinar in our series designed to help educate you more about Micronics. So just give us a few minutes to get everyone logged in, and we'll get started right at 2. Thanks. All right, everyone, we can get started now. I'd like to welcome everyone to Micronics webinar on value-added services. We're going to go through the presentation, and then at the end there'll be an opportunity for Q&A, which you can enter through the chat function of this webinar app at the end of the press. So we'll be getting started now, and as questions come up, please enter them in, and we will try to get to all of them. My name's Brian Ogen. I'm the Channel Account Executive for Micronics, and I'm here with Guillermo Cabero, one of our product integration specialists. And we put together this presentation featuring an overview of our value-added services. These offerings are included with your printers and are a great way to help your customers enhance the experience of their customers. We appreciate everyone showing up today, and at the end of the presentation, we're going to take everyone's name who signed up and put you in a drawing for an Amazon Echo Dot. So we've got fabulous prizes today. We're going to do an overview of the StarPRNT intelligence, which comes on some of our printer lineup, the TSP100 FuturePRNT utility, and finally, we're going to review the exciting offerings of Star Cloud Services. Want to get started with the FuturePRNT story. I was actually working at one of our distributors at the time when this was released, and I was the business development manager for Star. And I have to say it was a very exciting product release and quite the disruptor in the channel. Star's plan with the TSP100 printer was to create a low-cost, feature-rich printer. It was able to reduce the cost of the printer by putting a lot of these features into the software versus having them on the printer. And with that, FuturePRNT was born back in 2005. And it's been an amazing success. I just want to throw this important note out there that the features we're discussing today with FuturePRNT and StarPRNT utilities are for Windows software only. You may already know that Star is integrated into many iOS, Android, Mac, and Linux solutions, but that webinar is for another day. If you need information about those, please reach out and we're glad to help you get set up. So I want to kind of review the StarPRNT and FuturePRNT utilities, and here's kind of the printer utility interface when you load them onto your system. I'm going to do a quick review of some of the crowd pleasers that come with these. We've got some eco settings, and here's for the FuturePRNT. You're probably familiar with the TSP100 Eco printer. Now with the version 3 TSP100, it's available in USB, LAN, wireless LAN, and Bluetooth, and they all have these capabilities. You can save paper by enabling horizontal and/or vertical receipt compression, and you can also enable the receipt on demand function. With that, a window will pop up like the one in the bottom left corner here and give them the choice of printing or not. I, of course, always encourage printing of receipts for obvious reasons. So if your reseller, or I mean your customers are a little bit lean on the green side or even just want to save paper, this is a great solution for them. On the StarPRNT utilities, this is shown for the TSP654 thermal receipt printer, one of our top sellers. There's the similar eco functions, including receipt compression. Remember, if you have questions, enter them into the chat. We'll get to those at the end. With the TSP FuturePRNT, there's print test capability. So this is great for you as a reseller to help support your customers in the field. It's great for troubleshooting. You can test print heads to detect failures, and you can also test the cache drawers and the buzzers. In the StarPRNT utility, you can do the same functionality, testing the drawers and the buzzers, but then you can also do a 2-color print test and also print from file. As a reseller, this is the virtual serial port is a great function for some of our legacy customers. It allows LAN, USB, and wireless LAN printer to act like a serial port. Like I said, it's extremely useful for legacy Windows apps that really have only spoken with serial ports. And this is something, as a reseller, please reach out to STAR, and we're happy to help you with this. In the FuturePRNT, the image list and logo store feature, it offers a simplified logo feature. And one thing that's awesome about this, that the logos are sold on the PC, not the printer, with unlimited. So, you know, whether they want to feature some images from their logos to some of their offerings within coupons, they can store these logos right on the PC that this printer is hooked up to. It also allows some post-imaging processing where you can adjust the white and black levels and some dithering, which is the simulated grayscale. You can set the image of these logos, top of the receipt, bottom of the receipt, left, right, center, which is great for coupons. And you can use any number of images on a receipt. So as a retailer, this is a great way for you to be a consultant to your customers to show them how to set up a receipt that actually can help return some business through coupons or transfer of information. In StarPRNT, they store the logos to the printer memory. So with it being on the printer through the StarPRNT, like in the TSP650, for example, there is a limited capacity. But these logos will move with the printer. And it offers the same post-processing features as FuturePRNT with the dithering, etc. And these stored logos can be printed via command or enabled in the print driver. With the TSP100 configuration, the text processing is pretty cool. It allows specific keywords identified to trigger additional features. So you can replace text with alternate text, images, or coupon. So it's kind of text triggering. So I'll show you an example in just a second. And this is unique to FuturePRNT, this text processing. But the StarPRNT utility supports a similar feature called text search for FEP10 and the TSP650. So on the FuturePRNT, on the receipt, if the word pizza is printed on the receipt, you can set it up within the utility to trigger a coupon for ice cream. So there you go, the pizza is ordered, and then when it prints the receipt, it recognizes the pizza, which will then trigger the coupon for ice cream. And this could be done in, you know, many different combinations. You can move things around, like I said before. So very valuable for you to be a consultant to your customers. The journal and multi-copy abilities for FuturePRNT. The electronic journal on FuturePRNT saves all receipts that are printed, and it saves them onto the PC. So it allows you to reprint receipts, and you can go back in and search them by date. This gives you as a reseller opportunity to educate your customers how to do this so they can have a better control of what their receipts are. They can pull stuff up a lot easier. It also allows for multi-copy printing, and they can print up to 4 copies. So the first copy could be the original receipt, but then additional copies you can take logos off, watermarks off, etc., for files or for recording. And this journal feature, remember, is only on FuturePRNT, TSP100. And there's so much more that can happen with the FuturePRNT and the StarPRNT utility. to name a few, OPOS and JavaPOS support, cloning serial number on the TSP 100 LAN and wireless LAN, reverse print, etc. So if any of these pop out to you, please let us know, and we're happy to elaborate for you offline and get you support so you can support your customers. So we're really excited about Star Cloud Services, and I hope this isn't the first time you've heard about it. But this, the Star Cloud Services is an option on all our printers. It's Star Micronics IoT, or Internet of Things platform for customer engagement, digital receipts, data aggregation, and analytics. This utility allows you to connect your printer to the Star Cloud Services account, which is actually a very simple process that the Star team is more than happy to help you walk through. And once this printer is registered, you have ability to do the micro receipt feature, which I'll elaborate on, device management, receipt flip, customer survey, and engage now. And remember, this all comes on the printer ready to go to add value to your customer so they can enhance their, whether it's a hospitality or retail environment, that experience for their customers. And this Star Cloud Services solution is always evolving, it's always growing, so there's always going to be more happening for this. So you may have seen this piece out there in the field. We've been working on promoting Star Cloud Services, and each logo kind of icon there represents some of the cool capabilities, which I'm going to elaborate on. Please remember that the Star Cloud Services is available on all the following platforms and software. So if you look at our Star's web print, our pass print, down to our intelligent printer, our cloud print interface, OPOS, virtual serial port, the Star Cloud Services can be used everywhere. And the team is more than happy to help you with this integration process. So Star Cloud Services features, one of the top ones is that it's a completely anonymous solution. The shoppers can quickly and easily get a digital copy of their receipt without having to enter any sort of email address or phone number. And when I think of the benefits of this, I always think of my mom, not to get too personal here, but if she's at a transaction terminal and has to use a stylus to enter her email address, it's going to shut down the store because it's so slow. So thinking of this being an anonymous and keeping the flow of the transactions happy is going to make your customer very happy. So here's kind of the process of how this works. On the left is the AllReceipts scanner. So when the customer gets the receipt, they can take it out to their car, they can do it at home. It has a QR code printed on the bottom. So it can either be a full receipt or you can program this to be a micro receipt, which is just a small, like 2-inch receipt with that QR code on the bottom. The customer will then scan it with their device, their iPhone, their Android phone, and if they don't have the AllReceipts app, they'll be prompted to download it, which is quick, easy, and free. So then from there, it'll scan the QR code, and immediately pops up in the center there is the satisfaction survey. Very basic, very quick, from unhappy using emoticons up to very happy, and we'll elaborate on this in a second. And then that receipt goes into the receipt library. So there'll be, all those receipts are going to be listed and are able to be searchable. So real quick about the Star Cloud Services survey. You saw when the retailer can scan it and they get to enter a happy, sad. The retailers then have access to this data. So they can drill down to a time of day when their customers might not have been as happy, and they can look, was it the staff that was in place? Were they understaffed? Was it a kind of a crabby person working that day? Or was the weather good? Was the weather bad? So things that some they have control over, some they don't, but they're going to have access to this survey so they can help, once again, to improve their customer experience. And this is you helping them do this, so you become their consultant. Another great thing for the retailer, as well as you as a reseller, is the device management feature. It's kind of high level, but it allows them through the dashboard, whether that's on their phone or in the back office, they can see if there's alerts as drawer open, printer offline, paper out. It helps keep things moving within the store or restaurant. these are some of my favorite features that have really caught some people's eye when we talk about out at our events. Engage Now. So Engage Now within Star Cloud Services allows the retailer to define a URL within their receipts. So they'll click on an icon within their receipt list and a URL will pop up. And this URL can be changed seasonally. It can be changed, weekly, whether it's promoting specials, opt-ins for loyalty. It's something that they can drive to help bring people back. And then Receipt Flip is designed kind of like on a physical receipt now. You can flip it over and see that sometimes there's warranties or terms and conditions. The Receipt Flip allows you to enter that information. So within the app, they can click on the receipt. It will actually flip over digitally, and you can see some of these important information that the retailer can define what's on there. So these are all ways, once again, to engage and keep people coming back with a great experience. And please know that, like I said, Star Cloud Services is always evolving, and it's designed to help you add more value to your customer's experience, and in turn, they can pass that on to their customers. So kind of a lot of information back to the utilities, whether the FuturePRNT and the TSP100, the StarPRNT Intelligence, which comes on our other printers on our line card, and then Star Cloud Services. There's a bunch of links that will have these available for you. Also, you can always reach out to Star, and we'll get a rep, a channel account, integration team member at your disposal to help you out. So I am going to open this up to us looking at some of the questions that have come across. And Guillermo, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, everybody. This is Guillermo Cubero. I'm on the product integration team at Star. Okay.
Guillermo, can you, I don't have access to the question, so I may have the answer.
So let's see. So one of the questions came through from Andrew Langlois. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. The question was, can the AllReceipts functionality work in a ShopKeep POS system, which runs on iPad and uses Star receipt printers? So the answer to that question is, with just your average Star printer, let's say you're using Ethernet or Bluetooth, which are the most commonly used ones on iOS, in order to use the AllReceipts functionality, ShopKeep would have to integrate that functionality. It's a part of our SDK package and available in the StarPRNT SDK. Kind of as an alternative to having ShopKeep integrate, it was mentioned briefly in the presentation, but we have an interface called our CloudPrint interface. We also call it the Intelligent Interface. And one of the benefits of that printer is that it has the Star Cloud Services platform built into the printer. So if you log into the printer's web interface, you can set up your Star Cloud Services account and log in. And once enabled, you'd be able to use AllReceipts without having to have ShopKeep integrate that functionality. Let's see.
Thanks. Anything else?
So the second question came from Ramon Antonio. And his question is, to configure to send the ticket to email, I have to install the Star app. So I think what you're asking is, maybe can the AllReceipts app send to those receipts to an email? So we don't actually collect any email information as part of the AllReceipts app. All of that is completely anonymous. So when the receipt is printed by a retailer, that receipt contains a QR code. And the end user, or the customer in this case, would scan the QR code. And once scanned, that receipt would permanently belong to their device and would always be visible through the AllReceipts app.
And that goes back to this being an anonymous solution for them, so they don't have to feel like they're giving up anything, And there's ways through the engagement where the retailers can have people opt in, and that's where they could collect, pertinent data, based on their shopping experience, including emails and phone numbers. So that can happen after the fact. But that would be done through perhaps the Engage Now feature of Star Cloud Services.
Okay, let's see. So another question came through, and the question is there any cost for any of the StarCloud Services features? So all the StarCloud Services features are free. That's both for retailers. The retailers get the device management, the receipt flip, the customer survey, Engage Now, and on the consumer side, the consumers or the end users, the customers rather, they get the digital receipt portion of the StarCloud services. But all of those services are free.
And you as the reseller can roll this into your package as a solution to your customers. So it's an option that, if you wanted to, charge it as part of your maintenance and helping them set up some of these features, that's something you as the reseller can do as part of your business.
Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Let's see. Krishna Prasad asked, can device management be accessed through the API SDK? It's a really good question. So part of the device management functions can be accessed through the SDK. As part of the SDK, we allow the application to update the printer status, but you can't see the device management through the SDK itself, or you can kind of see the dashboard, if you will, from the SDK. All of that's web-based, so you can update the status from the SDK, but you can't see a collection of the printers through the SDK. Let's see. Andrew asked, what's the URL where a merchant can configure their StarCloud functionality for an existing Star printer again, please? Let's see. So where's the URL merchant could configure? So I think Brian just threw it up on the PowerPoint. So those two URLs at the bottom, those are for StarCloud services. The second of the two is where you would go to visit your dashboard if you've already registered. If you haven't registered, you should be able to also register from that same URL.
And if it's something that you need some assistance walking through, please reach out to Star Micronics. We're happy to help you get started on this. I think once you go through it, it becomes pretty much second nature, but we're happy to help you as you get up to speed. That's a good question.
So to Javier, the presentation will be available, I believe, after the webinar is over. We'll make sure we can get that out to you. That goes for everyone else who is also asking for the presentation. I see a few people asking. Let's see. Another question came through. Which printer models is the AllReceipts available on? So we talked about the intelligent interface. That interface card can fit into the 650, the 702, the SB700. So any printer with a swappable interface can use the intelligent interface and the StarCloud services feature of the intelligent interface. With respect to non-intelligent interface printers, the AllReceipts functionality is available through the driver. So almost every single printer that we offer has that functionality today. That's for Windows and Mac users with the driver. SDK is available for many different platforms, so that's iOS, Android, Windows. Again, all of those platforms support it. And then we, for the few apps that we offer on the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store, WebPrint and PassPrint, both of those apps contain the AllReceipts functionality, and you'd be able to use those as well. Excellent question.
And the MPOP. Don't forget the MPOP.
Right. Sorry about that. Yes, MPOP as well.
All right.
I think that's all of the questions for right now. Does anybody have any questions before we wrap up? I guess not.
Well, I want to, on behalf of myself, Brian Ogen, and Guillermo Cabero in our integration department, we really appreciate everyone who came to the webinar today. We appreciate everyone who signed up last week and then came back again this week to join us. Please make a point to reach out if you have any questions. We are doing these for you to help you become a consultant within your business. And you know, I'm out on the road all the time, and I'm happy to help you with your customers. And we've got a full team available to do this, and we'll do this on behalf of you. So thanks very much for joining. And we will, like I said earlier, we're going to pull a name from everyone who joined today, and someone's going to win the Amazon Echo Dot fabulous prizes. So thanks very much, and watch out for the next webinar coming up probably within a month or two. Have a great day.
Take care, everyone.